Good morning, afternoon, evening, guys. You're locked into Conscious Minds TV with myself, DVG, and today I'm going to be talking about some numerology in regards to the Platonic solids, and touch upon some etymology and some notes that I've been doing. But the first thing I'm going to talk about is the Platonic solids and the numbers and how they relate to odd and even, and the feminine and masculine principles, and how if you add up all the elements together it equals a certain number. So I've just got some notes written down. I don't know if you can see this, just scribbling some stuff. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to read through this and explain a few ideas, and then I've got some more notes on some this is like all the days of the week in different languages, and I've got some other notes on like names of planets and signs. But first I'm going to touch up on the Platonic solids in relation to numerology. So as we know, there are 5 Platonic solids. You've got tetrahedron, hexahedron, dodecahedron, icosahedron and an octahedron. That's not in the right order, but I've just said them all. But for those of you that study astrology, or for those that don't, or just study nature and energy in general, generally known, fire and air are known as masculine elements, and water and earth, because they're more physical, are known as feminine elements. While the two masculine Platonic solids are fire and air. Fire is 4-sided and air is 8-sided. When you add 8 and 4, you get 12. And then when you break down 12 into numerology, is 3, which is odd, which would make, in terms of etymology, which is where Adam comes from. So that's the masculine principles. And then you have the feminine principles, which are earth and water. Earth is 6-sided, which is a hexagon, and water is an icosahedron, which is 20-sided. 20 and 6 is 26. 2 and 6 is 8, which is an even number. So even within the Platonic solids, you can see that there's male and feminine aspects to the Platonic solids and how nature works. Going on from that, what I decided to do is actually add up all the numbers of the elements. And fire is 4, earth is 6, 8, air is 8, the ether is 12, and water is 20, and adding all them up, it comes up to 50, which then breaks down to 5. As we know, 5 is the quintessence, which is the ether, which is the source. So it's very interesting that once you break down all the numbers, and you can see the qualities of each of the Platonic solids and how they work, basically. Moving on from this, I'm a very, very big fan of etymology and looking at different languages and how particular words connect. And what I did was I made, it's not very tidy, but I did a little chart with all the days of the week in English and in different languages. And the languages I picked were Turkish, Greek, Hebrew and Hindi. This was just random, basically. And knowing Turkish and Greek myself, it helps a lot with connecting words and stuff. So one that really struck my mind was Tuesday. Well, as we know, the way it works with the English days is Sunday represents the sun, Monday represents the moon, Tuesday represents Mars, Wednesday represents Mercury, Thursday represents Jupiter, Friday represents Venus, and Saturday represents Saturn. But the one I made a lot of connections with was Tuesday. In Turkish, Tuesday, well, in English, Tuesday is Mars. Obviously, we know as Mars as a fiery, hot planet. in astrology. That's what it represents. It's hot and dry. Its humour is hot and dry. And in Turkish, Tuesday is called Salı, and it could also, in English, it would be pronounced Sally. But what I've noticed is, I checked up the meaning of Sally in English, and it means action, rush, and bursting, and that is the same as Mars. So in Turkish, Salı or Sally has the same qualities as Mars. And also another very interesting thing, in the Hindi it's called Mangalavar, and in Turkish mangal is like a barbecue or a fire. So again, there's a constant connection with the fire element and Mars and action and things burning. So I found that very, very interesting. And a few other things that I was going through was like the colours in different languages, and like the zodiac signs and what they're called and stuff like that. So in terms of the colours, in Turkish, blue is called mavi, which is spelled M-A-A-V-I, and as we know, avi or ave relates to Eve and the water and the feminine. So that was very interesting. And also in Greek, orange is called portokali. Well, to me that just sounds like the portal to Cali. So yeah, once you break down the words, it's very interesting. In terms of like the signs in Turkish, the word Libra is called terazi. And when you think of the word Terra and Z, it's almost, to me, if you understand words, well, Terra means earth, and Z or Zion or anything with ZI alludes to zero. So as we know, at Libra, the sun is at 0 degrees. So this makes a lot of sense in terms of etymology and stuff. And another really interesting one I actually came across was, I know in Norse and in German, the word for Thursday is called Donnerstag. And in English we know that Thursday is Thor. But a connection I made knowing Turkish is that I don't know if you were aware of a doner kebab, which turns, and it's like a meat pate which is on like an axis, and it turns round and it gets cooked by a grill. Well, if we know Thor is also a Taurus which turns, so a doner in Turkish, which means turning, is the same as Donnerstag, which means Thursday in German. So that was a really, really interesting syncretism that caught my eye. That's it for today. It's just a brief little video. I thought I'll just share some ideas. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave some comments. Peace out.